All right, so I'm seeing some videos out there where they're talking about the Charlie Kirk case and they're making fun of Candace Owens for making this claim.
You might even expect a black eye.
What?
Now, when you first hear it, yeah, I mean, I kind of laughed at it too, but the thing is, that's kind of real. So it's usually referred to scope bite or scope kiss. And when you're shooting larger caliber rifles, and we really don't even need to get that large, it's pretty common. It happens quite a lot. I'd be willing to bet that most experienced shooters, especially hunters, you've either had it happen at least once, or you've had several close calls. So this right here, this is one example. This is a 7 PRC. Now, when I originally got this in its original configuration, it didn't have a muzzle device and it was just a base stock. Okay, so now obviously I've done quite a lot to it. But when I first got it, I had actually had experience with the 7mm PRC with a rifle, a friend of mine, and that was the Ruger American, and that also had a muzzle device, and we were typically shooting it with a suppressor most of the time. So the recoil was, I mean, it was there, but it wasn't anything special. So when I got mine, I did not have a muzzle device on it at first. So when I first zeroed it in, I was surprised by the recoil, and I almost got scope bite, but I didn't. So it's one of those things where I had experience with the rifle, with the caliber, but not one without a muzzle device, and it surprised me and it almost got me. And I'm a fairly experienced shooter with multiple rifle platforms and multiple calibers. So yes, you can get surprised by it, especially if you're going from muzzle device to no muzzle device. It can surprise you and it can get you. This one, where this is with a 50 BMG, and I had zeroed it in the prone position, and then I switched to shooting on a bench. And so this first shot also caught me off guard a little bit, and luckily the bill of my hat saved me, and it actually prevented it from actually contacting with my face. So yes, while that comment was funny, it is absolutely true, and I would expect anyone who is not familiar with a certain caliber or a rifle, muzzle brake, no muzzle brake, if they switch to something else, I can easily see that be something that happens. Also, if we're shooting from a different position. So if he wasn't used to shooting in the prone position, he may have gotten behind the gun and gotten a little bit closer than he normally did if he was shooting on a bench. So all those things, yes, it's definitely plausible, and it definitely could have happened. So while funny, not unrealistic. We can also see with his rifle setup, if the pictures we see are actually it, we can see that that scope is mounted in a very odd way. It's barely hanging on to the rail, and it's pushed back pretty far. So if they had it there and it was close and it had a really short eye relief, yeah, it's definitely plausible that he could have gotten a black eye from it. And anyone that says that that isn't a possibility of it happening, you can tell right away that they don't have much experience with different calibers and different platforms or configurations of these rifles. They probably have experience behind a 5.56, maybe a 308, AR-10 design, so they're used to a very specific configuration. And if you're going no muzzle device, which again, going back to the photos that we have of Tyler Robinson's rifle, it looks like he does not have a muzzle device. So you are going to get a lot more kickback, recoil off of that rifle than you would with a rifle that has a muzzle device. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, we'll see you later.